good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, August 5th. You know, the summer is like getting past. Be kind today. The summer is getting past me so fast. It's just, it's not that many more days I'll be able to sit outside here. Anyway, we have two birthdays. Today is Jill Chamberlain's birthday. So Jill, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jill. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Daryl Joel, Joell, Daryl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daryl. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, that's all we have for birthdays, just the two of you. But we have an anniversary because today is Dick and Sandy's 58th anniversary. So Dick and Sandy, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. I am so glad the primaries are done because there's this one particular guy that was running for governor for Michigan, Perry Johnson, who was rich, but every hour on the hour, he had, like I say, at least 8 or 9 commercials. And he was so creepy looking. I mean, I shouldn't vote on people by how they look or whatever, but he was annoying. He's a multi-billionaire that had money to burn, and he lost. So, anyway, I'm just glad that I don't have to see his commercials anymore. I know that's terrible, but it's just, I didn't believe in his policies and stuff like that anyhow, so it didn't really matter. I wasn't going to vote for him anyhow, but it was just, he was annoying. It was just annoying. So, Jim went to some gun trading post. I was going to be a nice wife and say I'd go with him and bring my book and just sit in the car and read. And I thought, no, I'm not that nice today. It's like a 45 or 50-minute drive just to get there. And then once he's in there an hour and a half. What's to look at? I know. He's like in his glory looking at stuff. And so that's like 4 or 5 hours. And I'm thinking, just stay out here where I can enjoy myself and just sit back and relax. Because it's a beautiful day. It's such a beautiful day today. I have my air conditioning in. I turned it on last night because I went to my book club. And there was usually we have probably at least 16 of us there. No, we only had 4. 4 people is all that showed up. I'm one of the 4. So she said that usually, because this is our first year with this club, Denise didn't go, like I said, because she went to her mother-in-law's birthday dinner. And then, but it was just, I don't know, we talked about so many different things. We didn't talk about the book so much. Everybody liked the book. It was a really lighthearted book. But we found fault with the book, but we liked the book. And then we just talked about a lot. We just went off on all different tangents and stuff. And then I asked the librarian, I said, I just have a really quick question. I really like her. Her name is Kayla. And I said that, I really like this one series of books by D.D. Black that the library didn't offer. I could get on the waiting list for the nationwide one, but I was 75th in line. So I went and bought the whole series, all 13 books, and I donated them to the library. And when I look on the catalog, it's not listed. So are they just going to sell those books? I said, because I know if they get too many books of the same kind. I said, but you didn't even have this author there. And she says, oh, my bad. She says, I'm in charge of it. She says, it's on my cart. It's been there for about 2 months. And I go, 3 to be exact. So she said, oh. So then everybody in the group was saying how, what was the book about? And I said, well, I really enjoyed the series. The first book was very disturbing. I wouldn't have started off with that book because I think he lost a lot of people afterwards because he was a detective in New York and he had this really horrible case that just turned him off to being a detective anymore. So then he moved back to where he grew up in the Seattle area in Washington, and he had a little bait shop, a little restaurant, and then he just spent fishing in that, and then it kind of dragged him back in. This particular case dragged him back in, and it was somebody was kidnapping babies, killing them, boiling their bones, and carving stuff on their bones, and I'm thinking, oh my God, that was when I was reading it, I'm thinking, oh, do I really want to read another book? And all the other books were like normal murders, if there's such a thing as a normal murder, but that one was very disturbing. It was very disturbing. Denise didn't even finish reading it. She says, I can't even read it. So I forewarned them if they ever wanted to read the book. I said, but the series in itself was really good, and it just, projected on, and it was just, like I said, if there's any such thing as a normal murder, but it was like normal murders after that. And I'm thinking that was a terrible one to start off with. But I read it, and I went on to the next ones, and so she did that. And then I did get that book by C.S. Eliot, Grief something. I didn't like it. It's only 75 pages. I read, believe it or not, I read 50 pages before I decided, no, I don't like this book. I only had 25 more. I might finish the last 25 pages tonight. It didn't help me with my grief. I really thought it was going to help me with my grief. But no, it didn't. So getting back to YouTube has helped me with my grief. It really has. And I got to get back to watching videos again. So I'm going to start that tonight, probably go back to watching videos because I'm so far behind. I watched some while I was with Mary, but I haven't watched any in 2 weeks. So my mind has just been elsewhere. And, every night I dream about Mary. So I know it's because she's on my mind so much. That's why I'm dreaming about her. But I still haven't gotten over missing her. I still pick up the phone when I first wake up, getting ready to call her. That's like a habit that's going to take a while for me to get past. But you would have thought, because Mary was 8 years younger than me, and Denise is 10 years younger than me, and I was the closest with Mary, even though Mary lived with me for 5 years, so that kind of makes a difference too. Mary lived with me from 1977 until my father got really ill in 1983. So really almost 6 years she lived with me. And it was just, to me, it's kind of like losing a child in a way, because she was such a part of my life. And then whenever we went up to the cottage, she always drove. She always picked me up. Even if we took my car, she drove my car. It was just because we all know I don't like to drive. And Mary loved to drive. And even Don doesn't drive. He has really poor vision, so he can't get a driver's license. But he can't bring himself to sell the car, because Mary was just so happy after she had her transplant that she could drive again. And she was living at independent living at the time. She was in an independent living apartment, and somebody there was selling their car because they couldn't drive anymore. And Mary bought the car from her, and just that she could get in the car and drive wherever she wanted. She was so independent. She, even as sick as she was this past year, she shouldn't have been driving. We kept trying to take her keys away, but she kept hiding them on us. She should have never been driving, but as much as I avoided driving, that's how much she tried to drive. So it was just different. It was really, we're just different in that aspect. But Don says she loved that car so much, he says, I can't bring myself to sell it. I know eventually he will, because he can't drive it anyhow, but he's just not in that frame of mind just right now. And then my ex-daughter-in-law has my car, because her car needs major work done. So she came and picked me up yesterday, and I dropped her off, and then I went to my book club, and then I went back and picked her up to drop her off so she could drive me home so she could use the car, because I guess it's going to be fixed on Friday. But then when I get my car back, I got to bring it in for an oil change, because it is due for an oil change. So I got to get that taken care of. And then, don't have any major plans. I know Big Brother's on tonight. I watched that. But I think that's the only thing that's on tonight that I watch. I'll be glad when, not that my whole life has revolved around TV, but it seems like it is, doesn't it? It does seem like it is. But I'm still reading my book, Like Mother, Like Daughter. I got so much on my mind still. It's just, I kind of flitter here and flitter there, and I just can't concentrate for whatever reason. I'm having a hard time concentrating. But I'm trying. I'm not giving up. I don't know that I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow. I haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks. Being with Mary, I ate very poorly. Even though she had her own little apartment, they didn't have a cooking in her. She was in assisted living, and they had like a refrigerator, but all of her meals were supplied. So, and there's no cafeteria there, obviously, and there was no vending machines, and so it was just, and there was a McDonald's right there, so it was like we ate a lot of McDonald's because it was close. But I know that when I get on the scale, I'm probably going to have a gain, so I'm going to make the decision in the morning. I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow no matter what, whether I share it. I guess I'm going to put it that way, whether I share it or not. And I'm thinking of switching my weigh-in days back to Mondays again. It really doesn't matter what day of the week you weigh yourself on, really. I agree with that, but my weekends have been getting away from me. So I think I need something to rein me in on the weekends. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then so that's what I think that's what my plan is just to wait till Monday to weigh myself. Kind of give myself a little bit of a head start on whatever gain I had. I feel like I've gained a little weight. My clothes still fit me and all of that, but you can tell. You can always just tell. So we'll try our Sparks of Wisdom for today, August 5th. The beauty of a place lies not in its view, but in the calm that resides within you. When your heart is at ease, the world will unfold, revealing treasures more precious than gold. True beauty is experienced when we carry inner peace. It's not the place that shapes our happiness, but the serenity we bring to it, which describes my location perfectly. I am going to miss sitting out here when the weather changes. This is my happy place. It really is. It's like my staycation is out here. I can sit out here forever and ever, and which I do. I sit out here a good portion. I don't sit the whole time. I get up and walk around and, do a little bit of weeding and go to the bathroom and all that stuff. So I'm not sitting constantly because that's not good either. But anyway, our senior program, I got the booklet and they was offering balance exercises. And so I went to sign on. I got the book like at 11:30 in the morning. I went right onto this website and I'm on a waiting list. I'm 75th in line. Check that off. I'm not going to be signing up for that class. But maybe if they see there's so many people signing up for it, maybe they'll add a class or two. Because my neighborhood is starting to change. There's a lot of young people moving in. But there's still a lot of old people like me around too. So anyway, well, I think that's going to do it for now. Hopefully finish my book today. And I did pick up my next book. Only 2 of the books were in. I needed 4, but at least the next book in the series came in, so I can read that one first. And then hopefully by the time I get done with that one, the next book in line will come in. Because the first book came in, like in the series, I would order the ninth book through the 12th. The 9th and the 11th came in, so I'm waiting for the 10th and the 12th. Which I think they'll both come at the same time because I think they were from the same library, I'm thinking. But anyway, I do love to read. And I'm not a big what do you call it? Listen to the books, audio books. I'm not. I know I'll probably get to a point in my life that I'm going to have to do audio books, but for now, I'd love to read. So, but that's going to do it. Thank you again for all your prayers and support and understanding me and putting up with me and all that good stuff. So until the next time.